Hi, this is the fellow passenger, and in this video I'm going to share a clap percussion synthesis thing that I've made. And a while back I stumbled upon this video made by Henke. I believe he's one of the founders of Ableton, also making excellent music under the name Monolake. Anyway, he did a great demo on how to make a Roland TR-808 style clap. Synthesize it yourself using the operator. I'll dig it out again and put a link in the description because it's a fantastic video and you should check it out if you haven't found it already. And those claps, they sound really incredible. And I've just been thinking about this, that you had to use in that case you use the operator and you get something quite convincing, and I was playing around with that, but I thought, okay, can we take this up a notch? Because basically a clap sound consists of variations of noise, and in short you can just look at the waveform for a clap. The start bit has got some noise with fast dropping, the amplitude is dropping, the decay sharp curve down, so it's like a looping envelope quickly followed by a slightly more sustained noise. So I looked at that video how Henke did it using the operator and thought like, okay, can we do this? Can we take this further in any way? And I thought like, okay, is there a way that we can swap out the source of noise rather than relying on the one that just comes with the operator? So I've built this thing which can use any source of noise, including an old FM radio, which is quite fun because you will get quite a lot of slightly unique claps by doing so. So I've opened my clap machine. In a moment I'm just going to try to rebuild it from scratch again, but I'm just going to show you the ready-made one I've done. So I've got a bunch of controls here. Anyway, in this case, so you've got a bunch of envelopes here. There's a bit in the middle, I've named that replace, which is your noise source. And in this case here, I am using let me just turn the brightness up a little bit. In this case, I am just using the echo audio effect that comes with Ableton because it's got built-in tape noise. So if you go to that's what it looks like when you open it, and if you click on the third tab here, you get the character and you can turn the noise up and you can turn the amount up, and it just introduces some noise. If you haven't heard it before, I'm just going to do a new channel and just play it for you, just for a bit of context. Echo. So if I just open the channel, that's what it looks like. So if you go into character, turn noise up. Turn that down a bit again, and then you have this morph here, which can change your noise. So that's basically the source I'm using here for this. So therefore you can also use this morph thing. Let's just increase the decay a bit, slightly longer, and then we can just go through the morph, and then you will see how the clap will also change by that. But here you can just replace that with any other noise source. So let's remove that one, and we can take the analog that has got a noise. So if we can turn the oscillators off and just turn the noise oscillator on. Does it change the color there? See it change, so you can do quite a lot of things. And just to prove this point with the radio, which is quite cool, especially if you just sometimes tune into a radio station. So if let's take an external instrument. I think you would have to pretend that we got some MIDI thing controlling it. So we say that my sound card, and then we got input from channel 3, I think. Let's see here. Oh yes. So if I scroll through the bands on the radio here. Okay, let's see if we can Anyway, quite cool idea, I think. I'm going to turn that radio off because it's just running on regular batteries, and so get rid of that. Off now? Yeah, I think so. And so let's ditch this whole thing, and then we can start recreating it at the beginning. Obviously, you can then just use this to create the slightly unique clap for each clap, or you can sample them out and create your own clap sample library and just have lots of claps. And I think this is an interesting way, rather than just using the usual suspects like the 808 and 909 and 707, which I think is that the sampled one from the 909, or is the same thing, or I don't know. Like, they all sound fairly similar, and this will just add a bit of a unique flavor to yours. So now I just have to remember how to do this. By the way, before we get going, I'm just going to say that if you sponsor me on Patreon, if you like what I do, you will be able to download that machine that I've just done. It's all labeled out and it's all ready to go, and you can just swap that noise source out if you want to. It comes with just using that Ableton Echo by default, but you can put a sampler or a simpler in where you sample your noise, or wherever you want. You can use a microphone and just, I don't know, use your espresso machine as the noise source or something. Okay, so we are going to need a noise source here. So let's just do, for convenience, we just put this thing in here and we turn that up. I cannot guarantee that what I'm building now is going to be exactly like the one I've done because I was tweaking over a period of time, but we've got to get a clap out of this, absolutely. Okay, let's turn that off while we are doing other stuff. So I'm going to group this so we create an instrument, so everything that we put, well, no, not yet actually. Then we are going to need something that can decay the amplitude. So let's put a utility in here straight after this. Take a utility. So here we got the option to, so if I turn that up, sorry, then we can use this utility to change the amplitude instead. And now we need something to trigger this. What I have done, you need something, we're going to need some envelopes now to change the decay of this. So in its most basic form, let's have a look. Is it an expression control? No, it's in MIDI effects, envelope. Is it that one? So if there is an issue with the envelope that comes with Ableton. I will tell you about it in a moment, but let's just do this. So if we put that, it's very loud. Oh, this gain is this. Maybe this will work. I'm not using this one in the... Okay, so if we knew, we got the... Now we need to create that looping decay. So we got this, let's say we do this as this can be overall decay for the entire clap. So that sets the length of the clap. Master decay, we can call it master decay. And this could be, just so we are, master decay controller. Is that spelled correctly? Oh, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean. And then we need to go into here, into audio effects and modulate, pitch modulation. What's it called? Modulators, that's it. So we need a shaper. And what this is, it's like an LFO that you can set the shape of. And as you can see here, it sort of loops away there. So if if I map that up, and then we need to create another utility, put that in front of here, and we map that to that one. We make this really long here, so we can keep going for a bit. It's very long. This clap needs to be way faster, so let's just increase it. And then we, gosh, let me see if I can remember how to do this now. This limiter should sit at the end, by the way. Okay, we also then need to have that white noise coming with a delay. It should start at the beginning and then just fade out. So that, for that, I am going to use a Max for Live device that I have made. There are probably other alternatives out there. I don't know what the best to be. It's basically a quick little hack that I've done to the shaper that comes with Ableton. The only thing I've done is, like, rather than that it's looping, it runs once when it receives a trigger. So every time I press it, so it becomes almost like an envelope, but without the sustain. And because with this one, you can actually set a, oh, come on. You can have a delay at the beginning. No, sorry, not that. So when I press it, it's 0 volume to start with, and then it goes up, max volume, and then it fades out slowly. So what we're going to need to do now, because we, let's put these into a group. That one, which is the one with the looping delay, we're going to have another channel in here in this audio rack. So if we turn that off, now we just have that one. If we just run that one, so this is the one where we also want to have a utility, so we can use that. So we get two parallel strands, one which is the clappity clap one, and then one with just the noise decay, so we can put that in here. So if we do this here, so when I press it now, to be a bit slower, I think. Oh, this needs to be longer then. That's too fast. That's too fast. Oh, no, I'm doing the wrong way. This is super slow now, so we remove snap and we move that much closer to here. See? I don't know if you can hear when I press the button. Oh yeah, you can see the blue trigger here. That's when I'm actually pressing the button, and then how long it takes before that decay starts if it's a bit shorter. So if we play them at the same time, I'm not playing any of them. Okay, can lower the volume a bit. Come on. I want you to be shorter. There we are. that clappity clap at the beginning, we sort of want that to stop when the decaying noise starts, so they don't overlap for too long. So I am going to take another one of these CV shaper things, and I'm going to turn it into something that looks more like this. And then we need another utility in the clappity clap channel, so we can set that sound to no volume at all. Map that. Set the depth. Okay, we're starting to get a bit of a clap sound here. The other thing is that the noise generally tends to take up, depending on which type of noise you're using, but it takes up the entire frequency spectrum. So you have bass frequencies, treble frequencies, all sorts, and we want to cap that by using an auto filter and having it as a band pass. That decay is slightly too long. Oh, gosh, that just drives me mad sometimes. Anyway. Starting to get there, to build. Yeah, I think we got our clap here, sort of. Oh, sorry. And let me see if we change this to OSR, which can introduce a bit of overdrive into this circuit. I do not think this master controller decay thing, envelope thing, can do curved shapes, and I kind of like, for percussive things, to be able to do these more snappy curves. So I am going to use my CV shaper again. Please don't kill me because I'm using this thing. Maybe I can try to do a tutorial how I made it, if that's of interest. I'm sure you can find something else with an envelope which just have a delay at the beginning. I haven't looked that hard for it. I thought this was the quickest way for me to do it, just to make that in Max for Live. So let's map that to this. There we are, a bit more snappy, and we can make that. And then you can obviously shape your, add other things to a little clap thing. Bit of reverb, and reverbs are always nice to go into some compression. Not always, but sometimes. Set that there. Skip that. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to give you both this one that I've just built now, that you could follow along, and I'll make that into a group and save it as an instrument. And you will also get the one that I made originally, that I showed at the beginning of the video. You will also be able to access this TFP CV Shaper tool if you think that would be useful. It is quite a useful thing for other applications, and I tend to use it for a lot of percussive synthesis. Thank you for watching this video. The link to the Patreon will be in the description, and looking forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.